Hi, it's Tina from Ideas and Embellishment, and I recently did a poll on community about what kind of journal cover people would like to see, and I had the most people wanted to see an altered book, which surprised me because I figured that everybody, had already seen all of the altered book stuff. Anyway, oh look, there's a old paper clip in there. It's all rusted. I don't know. Um, I was at my Goodwill yesterday and I found this old book. And I thought it would be really cool to add some of these pages because, I think this is probably a lost art. I don't know if any of you guys remember shorthand, but I never took it in school. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as my altered book. And I thought this is just so cool. Look at this. Was in the book. That's one thing I loved about finding books in thrift stores. Old like calling cards. Do you remember those? And this is a part of a poem. It looks like maybe a song that somebody had wrote. And then this is like a funny back from when Harry Truman evidently was in office or had been in office. So this is kind of funny. Anyway, I like finding stuff like that. So, have to excuse me, I'm a little sniffly, but that's okay. So, when you have an altered book like this, when you're at the thrift store, one of the best things, if you can find a book that's like this, you see that? Where the spine is open like that, that makes it easier. And all you do is you take a craft knife or an X-Acto knife, and you want to cut near that, just cut down. You can start to see it. Don't cut your finger. And to be careful to get as close to that text block. This is the text block, yeah, you guys. You want to get as close to that as you can and not rip. You don't want to, you try very hard not to cut the spine. So you can usually see, you can see this paper here. I'm just like really careful. And just keep going. Looks like there's a little bit of glue in there. I can go down from this side. It might be I'm not worried about cutting. There it goes. There you go. And the first one is cut. And what I like to do is take my scissors and trim that side up a little bit, like this here. Like that. When I'm looking at, I didn't even look at the thing. When I'm looking at text, at books, I typically look for the size. The second one is a little easier, so you just kind of can see it. So there you have that. And then you have this, which you save. I'm going to see just if I'm lucky. Oh, these are not going to fit in here, so I might need to use a different. Anyway, that's how you get those out. This is a book that I need to put together. But evidently, this is not going to be big enough for my book. Let me see what else I have. Okay, which would be the most important thing. Let's see about this one. Who's a Patricia Cornwell fan? All right, Patricia would be perfect. So I'm going to do this again. You get to see this, the whole thing again. I am not I don't know. I just get these from the thrift store. And again, this one may be a little more difficult because it is, but I don't know if I can get this one or not. There it goes. Everybody's like, yuck, a book. You're totally messing with the book. Watch me. Oh, so far, so good. You just want to rip down that way. Like that. Come on, rip it. Everybody's going to be, I mean, I can hear people screaming about me ripping this book. But, and a lot of people get really upset when you do that. Oh, there's glue. All right, this means this one is glued. So it's a little different, but it's still doable. You can see that. We can just reinforce that one. Look how that's, that is, I need a tissue. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. It's much easier if this isn't glued, but like I said, I'm very careful. Very, very careful. Be very, very careful. No, I'm making a mess. I'm not actually. I'm doing. If you rip it, you can fix it somewhat by reinforcing it. The older the book, usually, I think my knife isn't very sharp right now. I don't want to cut that spine if I can help it. Anyway, it's coming. There, it's coming. So there we have that. And this. Look, you guys, you can still read it if you want to. Most of the time I get these books, you can still read it. It's okay. It's still readable, readable. Definitely you can read it. Okay. So that's the first part. You just take and you want to clean up as much of that as you can. You don't have to, but you want to. As much as you can. One of the things I like to do when I have a book like this is I like to take some masking tape and cut an end off here and just kind of make, sometimes you can see books, just a little bit of masking tape down here. Oops, I'm going to make sure that's, you can't see that. Just plain old regular masking tape. And I also put fabric. I like to, I didn't used to do fabric, but I do now. I put fabric on the middle of everything that I make. And you won't see any of this. So now we have this. La la. Okay. So the spine is going to be this tiny part right in here. Right in here. So there that is. So what you need to do now is get some fabric. I got this fabric from the Dollar Tree. You can also use paper if you want to. But fabric, you can get a fat quarter from the Dollar Tree or a fat quarter from wherever, and it's pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive. Because I've had this for a while because I've been thinking about putting this book together. It is a cookbook from my Porch Prints. I've had it. I just decided, you know, hey, I might want to get some recipes, you know, and give it to my kids or whatever. And then I just kind of lost interest. I'm like, nah, who cares? So I didn't do it. So I just didn't. Okay. I'm going to go ahead actually, if you do it this way, you can get two. I think I'll do that way. Right? Right. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to get my fabric scissors. And I don't know why. I thought about doing the white, red and white checkerboard thing. Here, I'm not in frame, but I'm just cutting. Because it was reminiscent of the Betty Crocker cookbook. Everybody had one of those, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. I think we had one in home ec. I don't know. So, I'll cut this. And then I'm going to cut some of this off because we don't need all of that. Now, if you want to lighten this up, you can. I'm not going to worry about it because it's not that important to me. What you can use, I'm all out of whack here. What you can use on this is Liquitex. The only reason I'm using this is because I have it. I used to use PVA glue, which is basically just you just want to get, if you want it to last a long time, you want it to get, you want to have it as acid free so that, you know, so it will last if that's important to you. So I take, and this is just, I get it on Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. It's Liquitex Acrylic Medium Matte Gel. I started using this because Barbara at 49 Dragonflies uses it. And, you know, just like so many other things, you see things that you like and you're like, okay. So I usually do the spine first and I turn it over and I put it in the middle here like this. And then I turn it over and make sure all of that is down. You can see that. It's going to be cute, I think. Make sure, I want my lines to be, see, I would have to, for this, I would have to pick something that has a pattern. Well, such is life. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Usually it's a good idea to have something underneath here. I should, but I don't. I usually have a piece of baker's paper or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or parchment paper. But this glass cleans up pretty well. So I'm just putting this on here. Okay. And again, where's my thing? Okay. Why did you turn it around? I don't know. Just because it's easier for me. Oh, this is a... You better stick. Stick. The other thing about this is for some reason it doesn't feel like it, you know, I've used tacky glue before. Tacky glue just feels just as wet. It's a very much wetter glue than this is. And so it just takes longer. I usually, the last time I used tacky glue, I got it to come over. I used it for, I had to let it dry overnight. Gosh, y'all. I think the Alzheimer's is kicking in. I'm just, you know. I'm getting old. I just discovered that. I'm like, what? And that's probably not as straight. I am not going to worry about it too much. Okay, we got all of that. And then I get my trusty corner piece. I'm going to go ahead and get that. And just because you know how I am. This thing is, again, I use this corner miter tool. And if you have a, what do you call it? One of those circular fabric cutter things. What are the, and I know somebody will let me know what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. The wheel things, which I have. I just don't like it because it hates me. We have a bad relationship, me and this thing. So me and they just don't stay sharp, and I don't know why. I don't use it on anything but fabric, but for some reason it just refuses to do what it's supposed to do. So that, you know, I just give up. So I just do it this way. I just do it this way. And this works for me. So you don't see this. And I know because I have tried, there are some people that can just do it and not even have to worry about it. They can just, you know, they can eyeball it. I can, every once in a while I can, but then there's the part, there's the time that I can't. So, all right. I always like to do, and it's a matter of preference. Doesn't really matter, but I like to do the short sides first, just because, I don't know why. So, just well, I don't know. Sometimes I like to do, I guess it just depends. Sometimes I like the short sides, and sometimes I like the long sides. And then this I like to push in. Push that in. Push that corner in. So that's nice and in there. Turn it around. And do the other side. And now, this is when you decide whether you want the hidden spine or whether you just want it to go through. The easiest thing to do is just to let it go through to the other side. Do you know what I mean? Like, just go through everything. You don't, and then you just go through everything. You can, that's the easiest thing to do. Just to not do the hidden spine. I didn't do that right. I didn't do that well, Tina. More glue. Make sure you get enough glue, children. Then this, like this. So, well, you know, I'm glad somebody wanted me to do an altered book because it gives me a good excuse to put this book together, which I have been putting off and putting off and putting off and putting off. I don't know why. I don't know why. I lost interest. So the good thing about these glass mats, is you can just clean them up, which I will do as soon as I do this. As soon as I do this. See if I can find papers from the kit. Papers from the kit. Okay. Here you go. Nice corner. I like the way that corner came out, y'all. I'm loving that. Okay, now, and more glue. Glue. The one thing that you want to make sure you do is when you use a brush like this, and I use the same brush because I'm not really, I use the same brush. for all of it. I mean, for this particular purpose. You know, I don't use more than, I just put these in, try to put water, you know, put them in water, rinse them out real good afterwards. And then, I didn't get enough glue on that, but slap it on there now, buddy. Why is it? Y'all, I know I did. Did you see that? This thing's like, I want more glue. Fine. I will give you glue. I can give you glue. Just make sure it's all stuck down. It's important. Come on. Sad fabric that doesn't want to stick down. We will make it. There. I think that's... that should be glued down good. Especially in that crease right there. Need to work it. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go put this brush in some water. I'm gonna rinse out my brush, and I will be back. I'm back. And now I like to take now that I've got this on here, I really like to take my old favorite. I think I can, yes, I can maybe see if this will tear. Doesn't need to be so much. Just a little bit of this. I like it. This may not, it's just about right. Let's see. Just about right. Cut off some of these tags. Some of this. Why? I just like the white. I just like it. I just like this here. So what I like to do with this is use Fabri-Tac to put in the middle of this. It's in the middle of my spine. I just like to cover it up. It also gives it a little more stability and a little more, I don't know. To me, it just feels, I just like it. So if I were going to do, look at this. This does not want to be, there's also another way you can add some more of this in here. It's not quite dry. So I'm just, this is Fabri-Tac that I'm using. It's going to be, and try to put a little bit of that in the middle, up a little bit. I'm trying to get it kind of close. I'm going to do this like this, and there. I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and put more here. So anyway, there, nice and smooth. You know, and This is a journal. I mean, this journal that I'm looking at right now, I took it to work. This is so a lot of the pages and stuff are already decorated just because I could do that part when I was working. And so I don't know why I haven't finished it. I guess because I was busy doing other things, so I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So I have this from the kit, and I am going to, let's see, I want this to be where, oh, here's my ruler. One of these days I have to show you guys my messy craft room. Let's see, about 8, I think. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to cut off all the white parts. I don't know if I don't even think I put, what do you call it? I don't think I put ink around any of it, honestly. I don't think I did. And then this is 11. Well, actually, it's not 11. Let's see, how big do I want it? I want it to be to here. So, I don't know if I got 5 1/4. I probably do. Let's see. Let's see if I got 5 1/4. Looks like I do. Yes, I do. And this one be 5 1/4. Okay. Now, inking is perfectly, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ink around it. I just want to. I always use the vintage photo. I don't know which kind of use, you know, a lot of people, I've always used vintage photo. I think it's kind of like a lot of people's go-to as far as inking around edges and stuff. I don't know why. I guess people like it. And then this would go here. And in this one, it's kind of a nice neutral paper for this. So, and where's my, who knows what I'm going to do with my corner thingy. I'm going to put a little bit of a, just a smidgen of these corners. This will go here, and this one will go here. Here, this one go here, this one go here, this one go here. There you go. So now, again with the Fabri-Tac, you could, the easiest thing to do, you want to go around the edges as much as you can. This. You want to get as close as you can. So, this is like, seriously, an altered book is the easiest one, I think. But I am not. I am just, I think. It was like my first journal I made with an altered book. I still have it. I think I took all this stuff out of it, but I still had it. And there's that. Then the other side. Okay. And I need to get some more cardstock. I do. Maybe I'll go to Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Let's see. I need to know what I'm going to do today. I thought about going to the gym, and then I just kind of forgot to think about it anymore. I just decided But today, I just didn't feel like it. Okay. So now we have this. Looks like, it's fine. It's fine and dandy. See? And a lot of times, what Nick, the Booksmith, will do is she will take some dowels and put them in here so that you keep the, to keep that white like that. I mean, to keep it, what do you call it? To keep them indented. She'll do that. So it'll be nice and indented. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I have, it looks like it's only going to be a 1-inch spine, which might be kind of tight for my lovely things, but that's okay. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to cut it to be 1 inch. And let's see, this is exactly, I'm sorry, I'm measuring now. This is 8 1/4. So I'm going to do this 8 1/4. And 1/4, and then 1 inch, like that, like that. So I want this to go in there like this. And it doesn't really need to, you don't need to worry about it too bad. But the other thing that you want to do, if you remember, is you take your pages, and these pages are exactly that. Oh, wow, really? Close enough. Okay. So there are 4 of them. So this is going to be a tight little thing, so it's fine. So I'm going to, here's the middle. 1 inch divided by 4 is obviously 4ths, but 1, 2, I could do here, I could do here, I could do here, and I could do here, like that. Do the other side, I could do here, I could do here, I could do here, like that. Then I am going to draw these together. And again, draw these together. People think I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Like a fox. A very old fox. Getting there, y'all. Getting there. Yeah, somebody was like, posted on Facebook the other day that there's this thing, I guess, going around that, you know, it's like nobody will, you know, in 100 years, nobody will know you existed. Nobody will know, you know, that you existed. All your stuff that you worry about and things that you collected will be in the garbage or in somebody's, and I'm like, it depressed me so bad. I was like, okay then. I was like, that just is not something that I wanted to hear. I think I'm gonna do this one as a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So this is the middle. Actually, I'm gonna call it 4 1/8. I don't know. It's just like, really? Why would you even put that on there? I mean, and I think about it a lot now. I'm like, that's just not cool. I don't know. I didn't need to know that. Didn't. So I think for this one, I'm going to go 1 inch from the bottom. And just be nice. That way I know I'm in there. Oh no. So I was like, I don't know what he is. Like, really? Thanks. But I mean, the whole thing was supposed to be like, live for the day and don't worry about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's great. But seriously? And I mean, really, it's true. I mean, I guess, like, I don't think, I mean, my kids, I mean, it hasn't even been 100 years and my children didn't know my grandparents. It's kind of weird. Not something I'm real happy about knowing. So, anyway, so I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna put some clamps. And these are like little, quilting clamps. They're so cute. They're just cute. And then I'm gonna get my piece of foam and I'll put I'll get my, now what did I do with that? Y'all, really? I know it's here. Where did it? I might have stuck it in here. Oh, I see it. I put it in the wrong place. All right. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna, ow, sorry. A little difficult. Lots of holes. Holes, 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 holes. Let's see. Let me see. Put these in here like this. This is going to be a big, it won't be so bad. All right. So now what I like to do is take this and fold it. Actually, I'm probably not going to do that one. I'm probably going to get a new one because I want it to be bigger than that. So I'm going to just get it, I want it to be about 2 inches. And like, sometimes I want to make a new one. Sometimes I can use the same one. It just depends. So this time I want to make a new one for the inside of my journal. And just fold it in half. Get up some kind of, make sharp creases. Then, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to say here, 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 top. Okay, get my foam. Okay, so now I have this. So I'm gonna take it and put it in my first signature in this book. Okay, this is good. Okay. All the way up to the top like that. Let me get a little clip. And then I'm just gonna sew this in and you can watch. Okay, and that is how you sew with the signatures in. And I think I have another video on that to show you how that's done. I have a couple of videos, I think, on that. So if you are not sure, you know, you can check them out. Also, didn't you know, I don't know if you know, I sped that up, but YouTube does have a feature that you can actually slow something down, so that you can look at it, watch it closely. I've done that, trust me, I've done that. So, but anyway, this is what I did. I'm not going to decorate the cover today. I'm gonna leave that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I have to think about it. But this was kind of a fun journal to do, and I still have some stuff to put in here. It's mostly for recipes and different things like that. I don't know. But this is a kit. This was a kit from My Porch Prints. And I like her kits. So every once in a while. But I wanted to, this is my buttermilk pie. My daughter's favorite. So that's why I put that in there. But anyway, that is how you make a junk journal cover from an altered book. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. I will be glad to answer you, as I always do. And thanks for watching, and I love you guys. See you later. Bye.